are the two new data types that we learned about today in Python. And now moving forward from next session, we are going to actually make use of all these things.
Okay.
And then we are going to, oh, okay, yeah. So let's do this way. In the next session, let's write a few functions in which we will utilize the set and lists and everything. And we'll make those functions perform some task. So let's say if we had a function called flip a coin, it would return either heads or tails. Let's say I have a function called roll a dice. Then it should return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number from it. So it should actually roll a dice and just tell me the result. And then let's write a function to perform something else. So let's say if I fed it a name, it would calculate the number of characters that are there. It would also give me the count of the characters. So let's say if I pass in the value tray, it should tell me that T occurs one time, R occurs one time, E occurs one time. So let's create a function like that. So in this next session when we meet, we are actually going to create these functions, random functions, which will help us understand Python better, which will help us accomplish a few tasks using those functions, and it will help you get a better grasp on how Python works.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move on to the more difficult or more commonly used concepts of Python. So these are all the basics that we have covered so far. And now using those basics as building blocks, we're going to build things which we can use in real life or regular life, or in day-to-day lives, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, let's keep it till here. What I am going to do is I'm going to leave you with a couple of tasks which you can do.
Okay.
Hey, while I was doing that, what was the aha moment? Would you like to share that for today? And what was about the tuples that intrigued you, that got your attention, maybe?
The aha moment was mostly the sets and how they can prevent repeats.
Okay, cool. That sounds pretty good. And did you apply any particular loops with printing those sets or printing those tuples?
Yeah.
What are the types of loops you used today?
We use for loops for the tuples.
Oh, okay, cool. Earlier, you were working on that game. What about that game that was pretty interesting? And I know that game that you guys are also building together. One of which is the paper rock scissors, and I saw one where you guys are applying different properties of the game with the different colors, backgrounds on that snake game.
Yes.
What did you learn anything specific from that particular game of a snake?
We just learned how to change different colors, and that was pretty much it. We still didn't figure out how to change the background color though.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. So that sounds good. Prior to ending the session for today, could you show me that snake game real quick? I want to capture that to see how we can change a couple of properties on. So if you could do that, as I know you're getting your task. So Prantav, you might want to share the task, and then maybe you can show that snake game again.
That's the task for him. So I've given him a list of numbers which are repeating numbers, and using the concept of sets today that we have learned about, all Trey needs to do is just print the square of all the unique numbers that are found. So all the numbers should be used only once, and I don't want you to print the numbers themselves. Instead, I want you to print the square of the number. That's pretty much it. Okay. Might sound difficult, but try to do it one step at a time. Try to just isolate all the unique numbers first, then try to print just the numbers one by one, and then try to print the numbers squared. Okay. So that should give you a better idea.
Game real quick, the snake game.
Sure thing. You can open up the game.
See what guys were.
Oh, not from here.
Changing.
Looks like we closed the terminal.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did close that specific terminal.
No problem. Let's open up a new terminal window. All right, Tracy, take it away. Once it loads, we need to first move to your directory. So first, try listing the structure by ls and see what the folders are. And if you find your folder, go to that folder. So yes, we see Tracy there. So to go to Tracy, yes, perfect. And then try and see all the folders that are there inside this folder. Oh, you pressed an enter early. Okay. Perfect.
And
And
type in
how do you,
right?
Yes, that's correct.
Like this.
Awesome. So that's the snake's game. You eat food and you keep growing, and the only two conditions are you don't go out of bounds, which is go and touch a wall or boundary, or you don't touch yourself. You don't crash with yourself.
Yeah, the controls are a bit kind of like a bit laggy, but it's fine for now.
Because this is still a very basic implementation. So when we create a proper one, it will have better controls and everything. So we are the ones who are going to have to make sure that this works fine.
That's awesome. Hey, I think that's still a great start. I mean, I think you guys are getting good. Trey, I think that's a great way to kind of see how it's there are different properties you can change, right? And
Let's
kind of
show
manipulate
Dr. Fishan the Pac-Man game as well. Go ahead and execute that one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pillars on here.
So, did you write any particular function of this? What did you do of this specifically?
Trey just changed all the colors and the object, basically the object colors everywhere inside this game.
That's amazing. Now maybe we can think about some functionality that we could change and execute it. That would be pretty awesome if we could do that. But hey, that's a great start. Awesome. So at least now you're sort of getting a good idea and understanding of the front end, the UI, and the back end of it, how they're connected, right, together. And that's a very important concept to understand in any programming, how things are connected to the front end, right, and vice versa. The bi-directional, we call that bi-directional relationship, basically, from front end to back end, right? The data is flowing basically in that aspect. Cool, awesome. Hey, that was great. So keep up the great work, Trey. I think we're heading in the right direction with these sessions. I think we're making a great progress. Anything else if you want to add, Prantap?
No, this is it.
Cool. So we'll catch you up next session then.
Okay.
Next week.
Awesome.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.